Okay, how many of you have ever been on a roller coaster before? Raise your hands. Has any of you ever been stuck on a roller coaster? One. And I have as well. I was at Six Flags riding on a roller coaster with my mom, and we were just climbing up right before you went down, and all of a sudden it stopped. And we were stuck up there for half an hour, and yes, it was as scary as you might imagine. I asked 20 students at South Tama if they're afraid of roller coasters. Half agreed to yes, that they were indeed scared, and the other half said that they were not afraid. According to the article, How Roller Coasters Work, the chance of fatal injury at a theme park is 1 in 1.5 billion. Compared to a fatal injury of a car crash is almost 15 in 10,000. I've ridden many roller coasters at various amusement parks and have done hours of research. Roller coasters have been around for hundreds of years. Over the years, they have changed in design, safety, and speed. They're still thrilling and scaring people all over the world. According to the article, Roller Coaster History, How It Started, the first roller coaster was built in the 17th century. After walking up a mountain, they would ride down on a wooden sled on an icy track, just like that guy right there. Really snowy, really icy, and they'd just slide down on the wooden cart. And then eventually, Russians also were credited for making the first real roller coaster, which you see right here, but they would still have to climb up it and then ride on a wooden track. The website of American Coaster Enthusiasts states that in 1884, the first commercial roller coaster, called the Switchback, opened in 1884 at Coney Island in New York. This ride was a hit and inspired many other roller coasters, and eventually over 2,000 roller coasters were built in the United States during that time. The first roller coasters were made out of wood, just like you see in that picture there. Hardly any of them today remain because in the 1940s until about the 1970s, there was a roller coaster slump, which was like kind of during that Depression economic low time, so no one went to roller coasters. Most of them are actually torn down, so the original ones aren't remaining today. In the article, Roller Coaster History Timeline states the Manhattan Bobsled was the world's first steel roller coaster, opening in 1959 at Disney World. Steel roller coasters open up new possibilities of tighter turns, corkscrews, loop-de-loops, and complex design. Also, they are smoother and quieter to ride. According to Tom Harris, who wrote the article, How Roller Coasters Work, a lap bar over the shoulder or a harness will secure you in the ride. The law of inertia is the resistance of any physical object to any change in its state of motion. So because of inertia, even on a ride with a loop, a lap bar alone would be able to keep you in. Roller coasters are controlled by a computer, which monitors speed. It ensures that tracks will not come too close together so you won't ever run into each other. It alerts operators if there's a glitch or if there's a technical issue. And also, rides are inspected on a daily basis and worked on during the off-season, so it's not like the carnival where they're kind of sketchily put up and kind of all working together. It's a lot more safe there. So why does that funny tickle tummy feeling happen when you're on a roller coaster? According to Jennifer Harvester, who wrote The Thrill of Physics, states gravity and acceleration are at work. Gravity is pulling you towards the earth, obviously, which you always know, which is why I'm standing here right now. But at the very top of the roller coaster, so right there, the acceleration force is actually stronger than gravity itself. So like, have you ever as a kid like had a basket and went like this with it? Mom, look, it doesn't fall out. And so that's why. So it's just the same thing on a roller coaster, so you can't fall out, but harnesses are obviously still very important. Roller coasters have been around for hundreds of years, and over the years they have changed in design, safety, and speed. They are still thrilling and scaring people all over the world. Roller coasters have changed since the first Russian mountain rides, such as wood and steel, safety, and computer control, and that funny feeling from loop-de-loops and all different designs have been created to make you more scared and more thrilled. So, back to the story about me being stuck on the roller coaster. It ended up that our friend that we was with tried videotaping while on the roller coaster, which is entirely illegal, and he ended up getting kicked out of the park, so he couldn't ride any more rides with us that day. And so but we didn't know that until the ride was over, so we were pretty scared to finish the ride because it didn't seem very much fun after being stuck for half an hour. But we still ended up riding on the rides that day. So I'm going to tell you about some of the most top roller coasters rated in the world. First one is the Goliath, which is the world's fastest and longest wooden roller coaster. and it also has the biggest drop. So the drop is over 255 feet. Its top speed is 72 miles per hour, and its max height is 165 feet. And the Kings de Cap, which is also at a Six Flags, it is the tallest roller coaster in the world, which you can see, like, that's the main part of the roller coaster. Like, that is the roller coaster right there. So, I don't know if that's for you. Right out of the gate, you hit 128 miles per hour, and that's basically, it's a really short ride, but adrenaline's pumping. And then the Afterburn is located in North Carolina. This roller coaster, it was over 1,000 feet. It was a really, really long roller coaster. And it also has 6 inversions, which meaning, like, not necessarily, you don't have to go in a loop 6 times, but it's also like turning you around upside down and all over the place 6 times. And it also reaches 62 miles per hour. So, are you guys ready to ride a roller coaster? Thank you.